A month? Okay. Welcome back, you guys. So, as everybody knows, we are going through a bit of a crisis at the moment due to the coronavirus completely affecting our health, the elderly, pretty much everybody. And what I wanted to discuss with you guys today is exactly how that's not just affecting our health, but how it's also affecting our wealth. So, in the past 30 days, we have actually, due to the market correction that's happening right now, we have dropped 31%. Now, if you have your money invested into a 401k, invested into the stock market, independent retirement accounts that are attached to the stock market, I want to show you guys exactly what that looks like with your money losing value at 31% in the past 30 days. So if you have an account, for example, that has $100,000 in the account, of course, dropping at 31%, you would have lost, easy math, $31,000, right? So your account currently sits now under six figures at $69,000. As you can see here, at $250,000 with that 31% loss. This is just in the past 30 days, you guys. Same 31%, $250,000, you would have lost about $77,000. Your account now sits at $172,000. And so on and so forth. You have $500,000, you would have lost over six figures, right? 31%, you lose over six figures in this type of investment vehicle. Your account now sits at $345,000. So what does this mean for anyone who may be in their 30s and their 40s? You have time to build. I'm sitting with clients and they're explaining to me, and I'm talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, we do have time." It always comes back up. I completely agree. That is completely correct. But what about your parents? What about those who are looking to retire right now, just like in 2008 when the market dipped 50%? So what about those who are looking to use those accounts to retire today or this year? They can't, right? So what I want to show you guys is what happens, and I'm going to just do simple math here. I'm going to show you guys what happens if your account drops 50%, just like it did in 2008 if you were looking to retire this year and it drops 50%. So we're going to use, if the market, just like in 2008, drops 50%, okay, and we're going to, for simple math, we're just going to use $100,000. So that $100,000 with a 50% drop, right, leaves, obviously 50% of $100,000 is $50,000. So where does your account sit? At exactly that, which is $50,000, right? So you would have lost half of your retirement, and that's exactly what happened in 2008, right? When people wanted to retire and they couldn't because of the market correction. Now, I'll ask you guys, in order to regain that much money, right? In order to regain that $50,000, so your account now sits at $50,000, and this is where people make the mistake. So in order to make that back up, if you lost $50,000, how much do you need to increase? And you might think about that for a second. If you said 50%, right, it lost 50%, you need to get 50% back. I'm going to show you exactly what that's going to look like. So let's just add 50%. So if you add 50% to that 50,000, what is 50% of 50,000? That would be 25,000, okay? So if you add 25,000 to that 50%, where does your account sit now? Your account is at $75,000, okay? So that's where people make the mistake, right? So you think, oh, the market tanked 50%, I'm at $50,000. What I need is to increase, and I need a market correction, and I need the market to increase 50% so I can get that money back. That's completely false. If it increases 50%, if you do that simple math, you're at $75,000. See, this is why it takes years to regain what you've lost. So if you're in your 50s going into your 60s, that's why you don't have time. You don't have time for the market to adjust and fix itself. You would need 100% return from the market in order to get that loss back. So that's where people make this mistake. So that's just kind of the crisis that we're in right now. And that's why so many people are talking about the market and their 401ks. and their accounts, because some of those people were probably looking to retire this year and they just simply can't because of the market correction that's happening right now. And this is just in the past 30 days at 31%. And what happens if it does get to 50%? We lose 50% of what's in those accounts, just like in 2008. So just something for you guys to think about. I wanted to share that with you guys. Feel free to like, share this, send it to whoever you'd like. Thanks for coming back, and let's get through this.